And welcome back. It turned out to be quite a busy morning news-wise, but of course still dominating the news cycle is what's happening with South African Airways, and this is what our question of the day also centered around. And just a reminder, what we asked, do you think that the current SAA strike could lead to the collapse of the airline? So let's take a look at some of your responses.
Okay, very quickly, Tsanelo saying the airline has been collapsed deliberately to give way for privatization, so there's nothing left to collapse. The workers' course is genuine, or cause is genuine. Why give increment to pilots and not crew members? SAA lacks leadership.
Sfiso says SAA keeps jobs or face the music. The music is not harmonious. SAA will go on this route. 1, insolvency. 2, bankruptcy. 3, liquidation. In fact, the SAA board must go.
Sam, good morning, my beautiful, lovely team. Yes, this will bring disaster for SAA. Investors will run away from investing in the SAA, and that'll lead to a disaster.
And thank you so much for all of those responses. And as we've been doing all morning, we're going to cross back now to all of the airports around the country affected, the major ones, by this morning's industrial action. And as you've been seeing throughout the morning, the workers have come out, those who are on strike picketing. We've got Mbali at OR Tambo, and then you also have Ayanda, who is in Durban at the King Shaka Airport. In Port Elizabeth, our reporter Jade Lee Paulser and Manelisi Dubase is tracking the story for us down in Cape Town. So that's what's going on. But let's cross back now to Mbalenhle, and she'll be joined by Arabile Komete just for further insight into what the strike action is resulting in this morning. Mbali, over to you.
Good morning, Sakina. Yes, indeed, we are standing by here to give you the latest as to what's been happening outside SAA's headquarters. We understand that the workers did come up here where I'm standing, in an effort to try and get across, to march across to SAA Technical. The plan was to have workers picketing on both sides, both at SAA as well as SAA Technical. However, this has not been possible because they did not get the permission from the authority to do that. And I suppose they were standing here and picketing just behind me not so long ago because they were waiting for that permit and waiting for a go-ahead from the authorities. And we can assume that they haven't really gotten that approval from police and traffic officials to march across to the other side. But we will be stationed right here getting the latest and speaking to striking members and just finding out essentially what the 8% will mean for them and their livelihoods. We know we spoke to one of the workers who said that, the 8% is really a compromise. We know that SAA had initially offered 0%, but after negotiations they brought that back up to 5.9%, which has also been rejected by the unions thus far. But we know that the workers would prefer to get a 15% hike because they say that most of the increases will be taken away by taxes, and they're basically saying that they are not going to be budging and they'll be here protesting until SAA meets them at 8%. Arabile, what is happening there at the airport with you?
Yeah, good morning, Mbalenhle. Look, you certainly are in the heat of the action, but one thing I can tell you is that the queues are certainly extending over on my right-hand shoulder here. As you can tell, things perhaps on the other side of the shoulder are perhaps a little empty when it comes to the counters, but you can certainly tell that there is a mood of remiss, certainly a mood where people are perhaps not catching flights and trying to reorganize exactly where they are. We'll continue to try and get an update as well. We are expected to get word from the spokesperson of SAA, that's Tladi, with regards to where exactly they sit and whether they plan to extend perhaps the no flights over another 2 days. We'll hopefully get that update after 11 o'clock. We are here, of course, throughout the day. For now, however, let's cross on over to Cape Town, where my colleague Manalisi Dubase is perhaps set to give us an update on how things are looking out at Cape Town International Airport.
All what I can say right here in Cape Town, it's a very bad day for South African Airways, a very bad day for businesses in Cape Town, and a very bad day for business generally. I mean, the cancellations that have happened here this morning and throughout the day and the business meetings that have been cancelled. It's a very, very, very bad day for business. And as our union said, that this is an indefinite strike. We just hope that they will finish or they will resolve these matters as soon as they can. Otherwise, it's a bad day for business and it's a bad day for South Africa.
All right, thanks very much there to my colleague Manelisi. We're still here at the King Shaka Airport, where outside the SAA counters still a very quiet situation, has not changed this morning. Of course, we do know that there are two major conferences that have been held here in Durban. We are expecting that things could change as more and more people make their way here to the airport and try to get their flights through SAA. But for now, the situation here has not changed. Many of the passengers are being redirected to the other airlines. Of course, throughout the day, we will be keeping you updated on what will be happening here in Durban at the King Shaka Airport. But for now, let's cross to my colleague J.D. Paulsa, who is in PE.
Hi, Marika. I think morning live.
All right, so
Right.
great
And
idea of what's going on there.
at least we have a sense of what's happening countrywide and the sort of impact that this industrial action is having on not just the flights, but also other businesses that are dependent on the business of SAA.
All right, well, it's been a busy show. Thank you so very, very much for watching. Again, back with you Monday morning. You take care of yourselves this weekend. Bye-bye.
Have a good
Thanks
one.
for watching.
Bye.